Welcome, everyone, to episode 111 of Just Joshing. I am your host, Joshua Pentellaresco. I write stuff in podcast 2, and today my guest is inker extraordinaire Nicki Andrews. I've known Nicki for a long time. She's awesome. I actually started a little story in her honor called Nemesis Great Escape. One day I hope to finish it. Yes, Nicki, I still have that story and I still write it at some point. But in the meantime, like I said, we're definitely expanding our horizons in the next little bit. We're definitely going to go in a more author-centric direction in the next little while, but in a good way. In the meantime, one book down, one more to go. I'm currently working on The Cloud Diver, and I'm now doing the I Think, I Feel draft in earnest. It's kind of been going well. 2 books done nearly at the same time is a little crazy, but it just seems to be the way it worked out. So that's going to be my next 2 weeks, is late nights of occasionally doing a podcast like this, and just doing effects on my first novel, which is going to be really, really cool. Last thing is, sometimes you just got to be bold. Today I was 2 episodes short of my targets for When Words Collide, which is totally cool. There's going to be a special When Words Collide podcast as well. It's going to be the Dr. Seuss edition, and if you want to know more, you'll have to check out my panel there. But today I just said I need 2 more interviews, and I got 2 more interviews. So I already did one of the 2 already. I'm doing the other one on Wednesday, which is kind of neat, kind of cool. So yeah, you know what? Sometimes, guys, you get what you want just by asking for it. Sometimes. Anyway, we'll be on with Nicki right after this. Looking for my archived episodes of Just Joshing? You can do so on my YouTube channel, Joshua Pentellaresco, Joshua There you will find past episodes with guests like Susie Vidori, Ron Bender, Ella Beaumont, Colette Turner, Chadwick Ginther, and more. Check out my YouTube channel right now. I turned on both recorders, so anything incriminating you want to say, it'll be there. Okay, you've just been warned. So how you been?
I'm alright.
You alright? So what are you up to? Tired? Long day?
Yeah, I've been up since like 7.
That was me yesterday. Yesterday, I went. What?
Fridays are my day off, and I never get in line because my other half gets up at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, and so it keeps me up, and I can't get back to sleep, so I just get up.
So me yesterday. I woke up. I went to bed at 5. Woke up at 9. Handed in a story. Took care of some bills. Went to work early because I had to go to work early that day, and then I ended up going to bed around 2. So I tried to go to bed around 2. I was overtired by that point, and I was like, "Oh man, this sucks." I hope I'm not late, and here I am late. So I'm sorry. So, but
okay, I sat here like, where the fuck is he? He said 7 o'clock. He's not here.
Yeah, no, that's my bad. I apologize. I really, really do. So this is me being public admitted. I was a tard. Okay, so you are an inker.
I am.
So actually, I kind of wondered, how'd you get into inking?
Well, I started reading comics when I was like 16 because I'm a massive Tomb Raider fan. I found out that they were doing Tomb Raider comic books, and I was like really into that. So I bought them, and then because of the Witchblade and Darkness crossovers and all that kind of stuff, I then got into Witchblade and Darkness and Magdalena and that stuff, and then I started getting into Lady Death and everything. And then by the time I was about 20, I started looking in book stuff and got interested in the art. So at first I tried my hand at digital colouring, which, gotta say, was not something that I had any patience for, because I absolutely hate Photoshop with a passion. It doesn't stick in my brain. I don't know why.
It's not an easy program to get into. That's why, actually.
Yeah, it's not easy. But then I tried my hand at inking traditionally, and that just stuck.
And you've just been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So how long have you been inking now?
Yeah, 10 years.
Jeez, happy anniversary, I should say, man. 10 years doing this. It's pretty cool. So.
Well, 10 years October. So.
That's still a respectable amount of work. So you've done usually what, you're more of a commission style inker at this point. Like, you've done some work too in the industry as well.
Well, I've done a book. Technically, I'd say I've done 2 books. But one of them didn't get published because all the other artists didn't bother handing in their stuff in time. Which is a bit of a shame, but whatever. These things happen, I guess. But yeah, I've been published once. I've done Princeless, which was issue number 9 for Princeless, and I worked with several people on that, which was Sora Sang, who penciled it, and what was his name? William Blankenship coloured it.
Well, congrats! You got published. You got published comic to your credit. So you want to get into more at this point, or are you just content just being doing commissions? Like, what are your goals now as an inker?
Well, my goals were to get in the industry and to kind of just work on stuff and do what I love, but that kind of got shafted last year when my penciler dropped me. And since then, my goals have changed. I no longer want to try and actively be an inker for the long term. I don't mind doing commission work and just stuff for fun, just to keep me going, because I still love doing it. Right now I'm working on a piece for my friend's wedding, beginning of August. So I have a bit of a tight schedule on this one, but it's looking rad so far. But yeah, I'm just doing it for me at this point. And if something comes from it, great. If it doesn't, I'm not bothered.
So now at this point, you've just evolved more into a hobby with this, and not so much passion for a career. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Just, too much stuff happened, and I'm not very trusting of things at the moment, because having someone who had your back for so long and was always giving you empty promises of I'll take you with me, and then just being dropped, just kind of puts you off.
Oh, I've been there, so I know what that kind of feels like. So, for me, it's like I said, you go through something like that, and I find that it makes you reevaluate what you really want. And some people, they go away from it, and it made me hungrier. I wanted it more. So.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, after everything I went through, I thought to myself, well, if I don't do this, right? If I don't do this at this point, what did I suffer for? And that's always kind of been my thing. It's like I've been through so much just to get to this point and this far. And yeah, it didn't work out the way I kind of wanted to. But I'm still here. I still did something. I still accomplished something, and I wasn't happy with that. I wanted more. So, that's kind of my thing on that. Like I said, you gotta do what you feel is right for you. But I mean, you're good. Like, you are really, really good at what you do, and for me personally, I just think that in your case, you've been through a lot. I mean, hopefully you've gotten what you wanted out of it, and if you haven't, you know, my thing is you should keep going. Just if for no other reason, I mean, you've gone through all this pain, you might as well get something from it.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting stuff from it, but, you know, that kind of ended.
Yeah.
And I know I can get it back again, it's just, it's the trust. More than anything else, it's like, it's trying to find someone who I am compatible to work with, B, who actually, like, we do great work together, and C, like, wants to kind of, like, go forward with me. And it's very difficult to do that when I had that and then lost it because of reasons.
Yeah, I understand.
Weren't really my fault. So.
Well, that's kind of where I mean, comics are a risk. I mean, that's something I've learned. Like, I'm a writer when it comes to comics, right? So, for me, if I draw a stick figure, it would revolt. But my challenge is finding people that want to do it, who are serious about doing it, right, and who are you know going to be a part of things, and who are as serious as I am, and that's a hard combination to find, because I like, you know, as a someone wants to put out his own book, I'm not afraid of paying for paying for stuff, because you have to. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. Finding someone hungry enough to really want it is almost impossible. And that's kind of the thing, right? So for me, it's about finding good, reliable people, and I don't, you don't find that, and you don't find that very easy at all. And so, but that all said, I still have some comic book goals for myself. I'm going to be releasing one next year. Early spring, like, I'm hoping spring 2018 it'll be out. I got a couple other projects and comics I'd like to do. We'll see how things work out in terms of finding people that are wanting to do it, but, you know, I still got goals there. When I achieve them, you know, maybe then at that point, maybe I won't want to do a comic again, and you know, that's kind of how I see it. I mean, it's a pain in the butt, because very few of us are blessed to do everything in a comic book. Like I can't draw, so inking's out, coloring's out. I can just imagine me coloring. It'd be like, like the ugly, either the most blinding colors you've ever seen, or there'd be like this war of colors on each page. It's like, what the hell? Who drew this? How old are they? 5? No, that was me. So, but that's me. You know, I know what I can't do, and or what I can't do well. I can't say I couldn't do it. It just, it's like me when I sing. I literally kill songs. They die. Like, they literally die when I sing. Doesn't mean I don't try singing, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. You don't kill songs when you sing, do you?
I've been told I have a good voice.
Good.
By people.
Good. That good. See, me, I did a convention, and it's coming up, and I'm doing it again, and it's I literally killed I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by YouTube. It died. Like, you could hear the moment it died, or it wanted to die anyway, and it was pretty bad, but it was a lot of fun. So, but professionally, I will never be a singer. So that's why I write, because I can do that. So, but
that is what you're good at.
It is what I'm good at. Yes. Well. Or at least I'm competent at. Good is relative. That is a beautifully true thing. What are you proud of? Like, what are you proud of doing? Like, what's been your favorite thing you've done so far in inking? Can you pin it down?
Not really. I mean, like, the only, like, I don't know. No, I mean, I've done quite a lot over 10 years. And, I've worked with a lot of pencilers, or I say worked with, mostly just practiced over. And there's been a lot of, like, really high names that I've practiced over and I've been really happy about. But I think the biggest thing is the fact that I've been mastering this for like 10 years and I just keep getting better and better with guidance and stuff from other people. So it's actually been quite nice to get to the level I'm at, to the point where I'm kind of good enough, but there are still a lot of things I need to incur. Like, there's a lot of inkers I do look up to, like Joe Weems, Matt Banning, Scott Williams, people like that. And that's, I still look at their stuff and go, God, I wish I could be that good.
I think we all have that in our disciplines. Like, for me, I mean, as a writer, I like to think I'm a lot more competent now. But you put me, let's say, there are some people I read, I'm like, I'm not there yet, not even close. There are a couple of people I'm friends with, like, you're way better than me. It's not even funny, right? But I mean, it's just the way it's the way it goes, right? You don't you know how far you've still got to go. In fact, the deeper I get into this, the more I realize I don't know. Is that true for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I bet you at least you're a lot better than you were when you started. So.
Oh yeah, through 10 years, I look at my old stuff and I'm like, Christ, I made some bad decisions with half of what I did. Probably more than half, probably all of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's painful to look at.
Yeah, it's the way it goes. Pardon me. I'm still coming to. So that, and once again, I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But so is there anything from your early stuff you go, okay, you were just very brave, or is there stuff you go, okay, that's still okay, like that's still okay even after all this time?
Yeah, there's some that I am proud of and stuff, but I still look at it and go, it was good for my point at that time, but there's a lot of things I'd change now. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of things I'd do differently these days. So, like, I'm not completely okay with them, but, it's not terrible.
No. Well, you gotta give credit. You gotta give credit to younger Nicki. She was a lot. She didn't know what you did, but maybe in that sense she was a lot braver than you were too, because she was willing to try and be bold. I look at like my stuff back in the day, and it's like, I look at my stuff and it's like, okay, this I don't think is that good. This looks terrible, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. But younger me, I don't know if I got your spirit to do it. You know what I mean? It's just like you had guts, and I have to respect that. So.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I did try.
Yeah. Hey, that's all we can do. And at the end of the day, between you and me, and everybody listening to this, because maybe it's not so much between you and me, but between you and me and everybody listening to this, I do hope at some point you give it another shot in comics. You're good, and it'd be a shame to let it in there.
Well, now, like I said, I'm not completely putting it off the table. I'm just saying that, like, if something comes along and I'm happy to do it, then I'm not going to pass up a good opportunity. But I'm not actively for comic book work. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, fair enough.
Like, if someone come to me to ink a cover or to do a book and gave me like plenty of time to do it, and because I have a full-time job at the same time, so I can't really have someone come to me saying, "Oh, do a 22-page book for me. You have a week."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's impossible for me. If you give me a month, then yeah, I can do it, but not a week.
No.
I've had that before. And a lot of people are also not willing to pay as well, and I'm just like, yeah, no, you have to pay me.
Well, that just goes without saying now for me too. I've hit that point in my life, in my career, that I don't do anything for anybody else unless there's money involved. Right? Doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm a writer, so depending on the project, it may not have to be a ton of money. It might be like if it's a 2,500 word short story. I can be reasonable about that, but if it's like if we're talking a comic, if we're talking, like me taking one of your ideas and making it work, I definitely want. I definitely want to be paid for it because you're taking my time and my time is valuable. That's just the way it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, did you do a regular stream at this point? A live stream?
What, right now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, regularly. Like, I know I see you stream. I see you stream on a somewhat regular basis. So, are you still doing that? Like, is that still a regular thing, or?
Yeah, it's a regular thing when I'm doing it. Like, if I can, because like twice a week, my other half is out doing karate, so I get the evenings free to myself, and I kind of like stream so I can talk to people. I can't stream when he's here because otherwise, it's not fair on him. Because like he's having to hear me talk to people, and at the same time, it's like, well, I don't want to be rude to him, so I don't bother streaming most of the time when he's home. And if I do, then I can't really talk, and people understand that. But still, I don't find it fair on my audience either, because it's like, well, I'm not really interacting with them, so I try and keep it to like a couple of times a week.
That's fair.
Like,
so, what's your channel called? What's your channel?
Facebook, mostly.
Mostly Facebook at this point. So
yeah,
that's fine. That's cool. Just hey, I just figured you're on my show. You might as well, pimp out your stuff. So, that's kind of the deal here. So,
well, Facebook or Instagram, either one. Depends on whether Facebook wants to ban me for a bit because I have music playing in my videos.
Yes, right. So, what are you listening to right now?
Oh my god, I've downloaded Stone Sour's new album, Hydrograd.
How is it?
And I fucking love it. It is amazing. It is so good. I can't get enough of it. I'm constantly listening to it. I listened to it like 3 times today.
Wow.
So good.
I wish
Yeah, I can't even stop.
I wish I had time. Most of the time, I'm doing music when I'm writing. Like and with me, it's either symphonic stuff, which can be anything from like classical to video game music. Because some really really cool video game music with that classical bent to it. Or I'm listening to stuff like Diana Birch, Lights, like something softer. Because I find for me that when I'm creating, it's better when the music's softer, unless I'm doing like a particular action scenes or battle scenes, and then it's all over the place. Like currently I'm listening like for some of the harder stuff I'm listening to right now when I'm not doing that. I'm listening to Dark Tranquillity. I'm listening to I just got the new Rise Against album. Stuff like that, but I don't have as much time for that, especially the next couple of weeks. I'm not gonna have time for any of that fun stuff. So.
That's a shame.
Yeah, well, I got two books at various stages of production. So I'm getting to that point now where it's like, okay, I gotta edit you. I got another short story I want to do too before the month's up. So yeah, I'm kind of just swamped. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds pretty hectic.
Well, yeah. I'm in a good spot. I got 2 books that are getting ready to come out. My last book in my poetry series is coming out in October. I have my first novel getting ready to happen as well. It's going to be. I'm hoping to have that out like before the 3rd book comes out. But it's looking like around that same time. So I might hold off to slightly after. But yeah, it's like I got that coming up. I've submitted to 2 anthologies this year so far. I do this podcast on a regular basis.
That's good.
Yeah. So, but I'm at that point now where like this month in particular, for the rest of the month, it's going to be, well, you got this book to edit and you got this book to edit now, and you got to do a second draft on. You got to do. I'm into the what I call the I think, I feel, I see novel, where I try to eliminate all the stuff that sounds like I'm I'm telling you and I'm showing. I know I'm going to miss some of those because it's just me playing with it, but I'm trying to get rid of as many of those as I can before I hand it to the editor, and then you know, hopefully I get another couple beta reads back so I can see if there's any cool suggestions there, and if I do, I do, and if I don't, I got to move on to the next phase, and yeah, that's that book, and the other book I'm doing corrections. I'm actually at the corrections phase, like, okay, nope. I suck. Oh, why is this so red? So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Again, I don't know what it's like from the art of comic book end, but writers sometimes get these pages back that are just red. They're just like, it's so red. Why is this so red? Oh, that's why this is so red. I am special. Then every once in a while, ooh, this is clear. This is so clean. I like it. I did a good job here. Oh, look, it's red again. This is we get to play with all the colors. We get to play with the color red. Red's like your rainbow. So it's like, oh, look, red. Oh, look this. Oh, look that. And you know, that's where we're at, right? So that's where I'm at on that book, which is cool because that means I'm near the end of that book. But I'm also sad too because it's the last book in that series, so it's like, I'm gonna miss you when this is over, because once I'm done this, I never work on you again. So
Nice.
that's actually a little heartbreaking for me, because it's like I did a whole series by myself. It's so cool, but I'm kind of heartbroken because it's done. But I'm happy too because I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So I got to the end. When I got to the end of that when I'm gonna get to the end, I might actually have a cry. Who knows? Because I was like, I'm never gonna be and write these characters ever again, as far as I know.
What you should do is get like ice cream or something.
Yeah, probably. I probably
reward yourself.
Yeah, ice cream and Bailey's. That sounds like a fantastic combination. So you're like, yay, I did it. I'm still crying, but I got ice cream to make it all better. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. So what do you still read comics?
I don't have time. Honestly, I very rarely have time to read comics, which is a shame because there is so much I would love to read.
What would you love to read right now?
So I just oh god, there's so much.
Yeah.
I want to read the whole new Witchblade complete do-over that Stephen Sedgwick did. I still need to read his Sunstone because I still haven't finished it yet. I'm like only on volume 3.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, shit, I need to get the others because I've completely lost touch. But my money keeps on going towards makeup and clothes and stuff at the moment, which is not very good. But, you know, priorities, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm still enjoying Lady Mechanica. The new mini just came out last week for the time being. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed little 3-in-1s. My favorite book right now, though, is Motor Girl. So, Terry Moore series. It makes me smile whenever I see it. It's like, it's so funny. Why can't comics more be like this? And every once in a while too, I love it when Badassical, when Colette and John's book comes out, it always puts a smile on my face when I see it. So
I got to meet them both last November because they were here in Bristol.
Yeah, no, they're super.
We have to meet. They're like, yeah.
No, they're really cool people. I see them usually twice a year.
They're wonderful.
John's hilarious. Colette actually has a really quiet sense of humor too, but she's a lot of fun. I sat beside them at a convention in Edmonton, and I got to know Colette really good first. John looked at me like I was some kind of evil troll from a fifth dimension the first time I met him.
That's like that with everyone, I guess.
Yeah, well, so the second time I met them, I got to know him. He's a really cool dude, but the thing I realized was, oh no, he's so funny. Like, he's so funny. I call him Blue Steel because I just love how he is in front of the mirror. It's hilarious. But that's my nickname for him is Blue Steel. And the thing about him is, I realized, and this is actually the coolest thing I can say about both of them. They really love each other, like they really do, and it was really cool, cause he makes sure no matter what's going on, that she's comfortable and that she's protected. Like he's basically he makes sure that she's cool no matter what, and I respect that a lot actually from him. I'd like to work with Colette someday. I would really love to. I don't know if I'll ever get that opportunity because she's good, like really good, and but that all said, no, I mean I agree for both of them. They're both really cool people. So but that book.
They're lovely. I love Colette's work. It's a shame that she doesn't really ink her stuff because she does it herself now. Because I love inking her work, and the way she does eyes.
Yes.
Is just absolutely, like, I love the way she does eyes. And inking them is always fun.
Yeah, no.
But you know.
For me, well, she's gotten so much better on her little details too. It's the other thing that's really good about her work.
She's improved immensely over like the last 2 years. Like,
yes.
She's literally goes from strength to strength, and I love her work so much. She's an absolutely amazing penciler.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't get her work, seriously.
Yeah, well, no, that's why I want to work with her now, because I know once she gets to the big time, and she will get to the big time.
Oh yes.
She will. When she gets there, I'm never going to see her again. And I'll be happy for her, but I'll be so sad. It's like, yeah. No, I mean, it's not.
She's not the type to forget the little people.
No. I know that, and I know that. But I mean, I am also like, they'll make her draw Batman, and she'll be like, cool, and I'll be like, can you? It's like, I'd like to, but it's going to take 3 years now because they're making me draw Batman. And I'll be like, okay. I mean, what can I say to that, right? So, but that's. I mean, hey. I mean, nothing but the best. I really do. They're both really cool though, and again, I love their book, Badassical. It's such a fun book. I really do.
I would like to read it. I haven't read it yet.
It's fun. It is so much fun.
I'm one of those people that tend to buy in volumes, not in singular books, like in single issues, because I like a lot to read when I buy. I don't like it like a little bit. Well, I can't do that.
See me. I'm still old. I'm an old fogey. I still do the singles. I still buy singles. I'm buying less singles now because I know next year I'm going to buy even less. But I mean, I have my core group of stuff I read every week, and I'm okay with it. It's still some comics are actually really dense even in a single issue, so I don't feel bad about that at all.
Yeah.
It depends, So.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's me. So, beyond all that, let's see. Well, we talked music. We talked inking stuff. So, I don't know. I think we got ourselves a halfway decent interview here. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel. So before we wrap this up, so you do a stream, like, what days do you do your stream when you do them?
Mostly Mondays and Fridays. Depends on if my dog goes or not. But if he's cooking, and I have some time, then I will do it then.
But generally but generally Mondays and Fridays are generally the only real guaranteed days. Okay.
It can fluctuate.
Okay.
Like, it depends on if I'm feeling up for it and whatnot.
There.
But I do it through my personal Instagram. This personal, but my Instagram account and my personal Facebook page. But there are times where I sometimes actually do it through my Facebook art page.
Okay. So where is all those wonderful things at?
Well, you obviously know my single Facebook page. My art page is Art of Nicki Andrews. And my Instagram is Lamia Raven, which is HNIARAVEN. Not hard to find. It'd probably be easier to get me on Instagram, to be honest, because I'm on there a lot more at the moment.
Which is cool. So I'm going to ask this. I'll end this interview with one question. What's a Lamia Raven?
That was an actual nickname I was given from an old friend years ago when I was a teenager.
That's cool.
He said that I reminded him of the Lamias in the Warhammer.
Okay.
So, that was the first bit, and then Raven just came into it. So it's kind of like a whole name instead of just one name. And that's just stuck over the years.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
And that was Nicki Andrews, ladies and gentlemen. You can check out her streams Mondays and Fridays, generally speaking, through her Instagram at Lamia Raven, LAHMIARAVEN. That is how you get a hold of her. I want to thank her very much for being part of the show. You should also check her out if you want to get good inking done. She is a very, very good quality inker. And honestly, I like seeing her work, and I like seeing her do work regardless. So, yeah, check her out. If you definitely need an inker, there you could do far, far worse than her. And that will do it for this episode of Just Joshing. So if you want to support the podcast, you can do this a number of different ways. You can buy my books, The Watcher and Storm Dancer, through Amazon.com, MirrorWorldBooks.com. Either way, very cool. You can also just subscribe to the podcast, either through Podomatic, which is hopefully where you're listening through, or iTunes, as this is on iTunes on a regular basis as well. Let's see, what else can we do here? We can do YouTube. My YouTube channel is Joshua Pantaleresco, JOSHUA PANTALLERESCO. You can definitely do that there, or you can just listen and just enjoy the show. But whatever you do, stay inspired. Keep going for whatever it is you're going for. And I'll see you later on this week with my guest, the one and only Jackson Dean Chase. So until then, stay out of trouble, don't get caught, or have an alibi. Okay?
Josh.